Hey Taurus, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name's Erica, welcome to the channel. So I'm shooting in my bedroom. A cold front's come through Louisiana and it's a little chilly in the room where I have been shooting for the last few months. So yeah, I'm in my onesie, I'm warm in my room, and welcome. So this is your December 2016 video. What I'm going to do is pull 6 cards from the tarot deck. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for you, one from 3 separate decks. The first will be from a healing and meditation oracle deck. It came from a secondhand store, so I don't have the author, but I do give gratitude to them, whoever they may be. The second is going to be from a brand new deck that I got in the mail just a few days ago, the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. I really like the energy off of this deck. It's really nice. And the cards are very high quality stock as well. So, the second and very trusty, or third, very trusty and faithful Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild, and the artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. So, Taurus, I have shuffled the cards off screen and asked for the general messages for my Taurus viewers and friends, but I'm going to do some on-screen shuffles as well. I'm going to also use this time to say that if this reading does not resonate for you, I will invite you to check out your moon or rising sign videos, because there may be more resonant messages for you there. It's a pretty glow that my little crystal's giving off. It's not a little crystal, it's a big crystal geode, but yeah. For my Taurus viewers and friends. And I have a Taurus moon, y'all, so not only that, my oldest son, who is 17, he is a 0 degree Taurus sun. So he very much embodies the Taurus energy. Alright, y'all, I'm going to cut now. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom card to represent the underlying theme or the overarching energy. The first card will represent the present. The second will represent the past. The third will represent the obstacle. The fourth will represent the help. Oh, Lord, I almost caught myself on fire. The fifth card will represent the possible outcome. I don't need no more fire in my life, y'all. We just had that new moon in Sagittarius activating Antaurus. Me and Antaurus, we fought once or twice. I won the battle, but I was definitely scarred by the war. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I survived a house fire 2 years ago. It was a middle of the night house fire. And there's different videos, backstory vlogs, and stuff that you can look at if you are interested in hearing more about that. But yeah, I'm pretty cautious around fire. But I also like the energy that it gives off, and it does. I use it to help clear my cards. I use my crystal and my white tea lights. So, you know, I can't be terrified of fire forever. I just don't like when that shit gets too close. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to take the top card. Now, the next deck, once again, the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. And look, it's a big deck. It's a lot of cards. And the front has pictures of the gemstones. General for my Taurus friends and viewers. Okay, I'm going to cut. The top card. And finally, my beloved Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. For my Taurus friends for mid-month December. Alright, I'm going to take the top card from this deck. Okay, now what I'm going to do is hit the pause button really quick, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I'll be right back with your story, Taurus. Hang tight, y'all. Hey, Taurus, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The underlying theme or overarching energy for this spread is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the spark of creation or a bright idea, and it's something that literally kind of sets your imagination on fire. This can be anything from a flirtatious text message that really gets your gears going, or it could just be that you're inspired, you're watching a lot of YouTube DIY Christmas video sort of inspiration. This is an inspiration card. This also could be involving a fire sign because the wands are representative of fire signs. The wands can be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I have a feeling it's probably dealing with an Aries or a Leo because of some of the cards that are laid out here as well, but we'll get to that in just a second. But this is, it's an auspicious sign that it's in the upright, and it's like the hand of God coming in. Now, the card that represents the present, and this could be you or just the present situation depending, is the Fool card. It's the first card of the major arcana, but it doesn't have a number associated with it. I see this usually as I've seen it as many different things. We just are getting off of the new moon in Sagittarius, so that could be representative of this energy for you. The Fool is representative of the planet Uranus, and Uranus right now is in your 6th house. The 6th house is ruled by Virgo. It's the house of your work and your health. It's the house of your daily grind, the daily to-do list, the minutia of how things work on the daily. But it's also the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. Now, I see the Fool as leaping without looking. Just kind of not paying attention to what's going on. Not even paying attention to the path down here. Just kind of la 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 down the path. This card represents innocence, trust, and sometimes being very naive. So be careful of being naive in the situation, especially when looking towards the past, because this card represents the past for you. This is the Nine of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment card. The cups represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, so it might involve somebody with some of that energy as well. I said Aries earlier because of this guy with the red hat. Red is a fire sign, and Aries rules the head. But there's more to come when it comes to that synchronicity, if you will. But this is pretty much the wish fulfillment card. This is a happy card. I also see this as like the fat and sassy card, having everything that you need and then some. It'd be nice to have that 10th one, but you ain't gonna cry about it because look at all what you've got. Yeah. Proud. Relishing their achievements. The cups can also represent emotional situations or things that fill you up and make you feel emotionally whole or stable. Now, the card that represents the obstacle in your path is the Emperor. And this is the 4th card of the major arcana. You got 3 major arcana out of 6, so it could be that you're striving for balance, or that half of you are going to have a decent month and the other half it's probably not going to feel so decent. It could also be that you could be feeling more reactive as opposed to proactive. You could be dealing with stuff as it comes as opposed to trying to, you know, problem solve before it becomes an issue. Anyways, 4th card of the major arcana. The 4 represents to me the astrological 4th house. What's something I didn't do with this? Hang on. I got ahead of myself. It felt like I spoke very shortly about this card. Sorry, Taurus. The 9 represents the Sagittarius ruled house of higher education, long distance trips. It's also like the study of philosophy and religion, possibly astrology. It's your worldview expanded through study or travel. It can represent foreign people, foreign places, or foreign things. Now I can move on. This 4 up here represents the astrological 4th house. That is the house that's ruled by Cancer. And this house of Cancer is representative of home and family, or roots and foundation. Home is where you live or where you consider home to be. Family is who you share that home with. That can be your parents, your spouse, your partner, your children, your fur baby, your housemates, or your roommates, just depending on your living situation. But the Emperor, as a major arcana, represents Aries. And that's why I said I feel like it's probably involving an Aries or someone with a lot of strong Aries energy. It could be their sun, their moon, or their rising. And you may want to check the Aries video. There may be messages there for you as well. Uranus, this card represents Uranus, is in Aries. So, yeah. But the Emperor represents like, it can be an older male or someone who is just set in their ways, and I've done it this way, we're going to do it this way because it's the way that it's always been done and it's the way that it'll always be done. That's the kind of energy I get when I think of this card. It's about taking responsibility for your actions or your part in a situation. It could also speak to ambition, or possibly even owning your own power. But that's the obstacle. It could be your ambition. It could be that you're trying to overpower somebody else, or be that cantankerous old man, if you will. Now, the help in this situation is the 2 of Cups, which is the minor arcana Lover's card. But I said it could involve an Aries or a Leo. Well, here's the lion's head right here. Whenever I see a lion or a lion's head, I instinctively think of Leo. So it could involve a Leo. Once again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel like it's strong. I'm feeling strong Aries. Stronger than anything else. But this 2 represents your house. It's the house of Taurus. It's the house of your money, your earning ability, your self-esteem, your possessions. Anything that you could quantify or classify as mine would qualify. It would be covered by the 2nd house. Let me put it like that. The 2 of Cups is just a nice partnership. It's finding an equal balance. It's seeing another and being seen by them. It's a very intimate card. It doesn't mean that it has to be an intimate issue, like, you know, you're going to be getting that holiday hookup. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but it could be that, you know, it's a time for problem solving or resolving. It could be that you are meeting up with someone to talk about things, or possibly apologize for being so bullheaded, because the ram right here, Aries, the ram, is representative in the obstacle position. So it could be that you have kind of been being a little, you know, I want to say bullheaded. You're a Taurus. You get what I'm saying. It could be that you are apologizing for being a little too obstinate. Or someone is apologizing to you. Or that you're just trying to make plans to get together with somebody. But this is like a nice, possible informal celebration. But it, you know, like getting together to celebrate Christmas before Christmas kind of thing. Possible like exchange of gifts, you know. The cups represent water sign energy, and the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now there might be a Scorpio involved as well because of the water, the cups going on, and because of this guy right here. This is the outcome card, and this does not mean that there's going to be a literal physical death. This can be the end of a cycle. This could be the end of a situation. This could be the transformation or the change of a situation. This could be just the resolution of a situation. This could be like the squashing of beef. Death is the 8th card in the major arcana. 8 speaks to the Scorpio ruled house of life, death, and rebirth. It also speaks to other people's money, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, sexuality. It also covers like instincts, your basic primal human instincts. But death is the transformation, and it's moving forward, it's marching forward, it's changing what's in its path. There's a lot of 9th house energy for you, and you have had a 9 show up. It could be the transformation of a situation dealing with higher education. It could be the transformation of your political views or your religious ideological views. It could be that you want to start learning about something, because this is creation, and I also see it as like a wizard's wand. So, you know, I think Harry Potter and the endless quest for knowledge, that sort of thing. All of your cards are in the upright, so it looks like it's going to be more positive than negative. I'm not that concerned about the death card being in the outcome, because I think that it's going to be like the change, because you've got the Fool facing one way and Death facing the other. They're back to back. It could be that you're recognizing or seeing like a 180 change in somebody or yourself. And it could be because of religion or something like that as well. So, I did the tarot math here where I added up all the numbers that showed up at the top of the cards. And it ended up being a total of 23. 2 plus 3 is 5, and that speaks to the Leo ruled house of creation, creativity. It's your life force. It's where you have skin in the game. It's got your DNA all over it. It's literally the house of romance and where you make your babies. It's your pleasure and your social life as well. So you could be dealing with I see this as a phallic symbol too, y'all. And Uranus being in the obstacle, Uranus being in the middle, it could be that somebody's getting pregnant unexpectedly. And it's the change of your entire situation. That's another way that it could be read. So yeah, watch the drinking. I feel like drinking could help exasperate this issue. So yeah. Just be careful. Remain in your own power. Be in control of thine self. You should be fine. Now let's move on. For the Healing and Meditation Oracle card that I pulled for you. Love. The Minor Arcana Lovers card. Just saying, y'all. The Love card reads, love can manifest itself in many different forms, but this meditation focuses on sexual love. It reflects the fact that genuine lovemaking embraces deep consideration for the needs of your partner. Consider the following, Taurus. May I appreciate and value the subtleties of true lovemaking. May I always treat my lover with the utmost respect. May I give greater sensitivity and awareness so it will lead to greater satisfaction. The most profound joy in lovemaking comes from giving to another. Which is pretty appropriate for you, Taurus. You're a very sensual sign. Now, the Sacred Rebels Oracle card that I pulled for you is Lapis Lazuli. And I believe I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, sorry. I'm Southern. What can I say? They're beautiful, deep blue stones. I think they're gorgeous. This card deals with insight, honesty, and regality. Leo is very much known as a regal sign, a very royal sign, so there's your another synchronistic tie-in. It also can heal and amplify the third eye chakra. Lapis Lazuli brings good fortune, luck, and a regal sensibility, invoking your inner king or queen. You have pulled this card because you need a reminder to walk with your head held high in body, mind, and spirit. Meditate with Lapis Lazuli to invoke a spirit of confidence, to connect deeply to your past lives, and to speak your truth with assurance. The final card that I pulled for you, lovely Taurus, is the 24th card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. It reads, New Birth, Guarded Vigilantly. I want you to notice the butterfly on her shoulder. You may want to look up butterfly symbology for you. I think that it's also very synchronistic that it showed up because whenever I see butterflies, I think of the 8th house. The house of transformation and metamorphosis, and a butterfly starts out on the ground and their perspective changes entirely throughout their life cycle. It's the same for us. It's the same analogy. Truly, we start crawling and we grow up. It is what it is, right? 2 + 4 is 6, which speaks to the Scorpio. Speaks to the Virgo ruled house of work and health, or competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It's also your day-to-day life. It's your day-to-day agenda. It's the to-do list. It's the daily minutia and how you get things done and how things roll on a daily basis. You have Jupiter in the 6th house. There will be a Jupiter-Uranus opposition between your 6th house and your 12th house on the 26th or 27th of December at the end of the month. So it could feel like there's possibly like your health is hit. Like you may need to rest towards the new year because you're feeling ill because of all the fun times you had celebrating Christmas. It's just one way to look at it. Now, this card, when I see it, it indicates a time of vulnerability. It can be in your life or it can be in your creative endeavors where, you know, you need to be more vulnerable in your art. If it isn't you that is going through this period of vulnerability, then you're bearing witness to it in another person's struggle or journey very close to you. Understand that destruction is a necessary part of construction. You have to prepare the area before it can be built up. And sometimes that requires knocking down walls. Sometimes it means making it messier before it can get better. This is also an invitation to keep your sanctuary pure. However you identify sanctuary to be, it can be your house, it can be your car, it can be your body, it can be your office, it can be all of those things. But keeping it pure doesn't mean going on a vegan juicing diet and only drinking, you know, purified water, but it's purifying your mind and your spirit as well. It could be that that's what you're changing. That's where the Death card has shown up, going into the future, looking towards the future. It's like you're wanting to make a change and a big change in an area of life. Right here, looking at the new year, it's understandable. There are a lot of people making New Year's resolutions. My biggest piece of advice would be baby steps. And don't treat your New Year's resolution as something that gets thrown out the window if you mess up one day. every day is a new day. And embrace it as such. This is an invitation to also release the things that can, like, taint your focus in a negative lens, if you will. Like, obsessing about an argument and what you should have said or could have said, or that zinger that would have done it. Just let it go. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust. But those kind of things just, they really do kind of poison your vibe. They poison your mindset. And, you know, if you're feeling bitchy about an argument that you're still playing out in your head, you're going to respond to everybody else in your world with that bitchy tone. Right? You see where I'm going? I'm not being preachy. I got a Taurus moon. But try to release that stuff. It's for your own highest good. It truly is. But also, be aware that with it being a vulnerable time, there may be people that are out trying to exploit you or the situation and sabotage you in some way. And that's for a very small number of you. I would say 10% at the most. So yeah, Taurus, that's what's going on for mid-month December. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I am now 7 videos into this series. I've got 5 more to go, and then I'll start on the 2017 heads up videos for y'all. So give me some positive energy towards getting those recorded and uploaded before Mercury goes retrograde, because I'm experiencing Mercury retrograde in a communication house on my chart. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, I hope that you're well. Please take care of yourself and employ your self-care measures. Be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I hope that you use this time, this holiday time, to make memories with your friends, family, and loved ones, because those are the things that don't cost anything and no one can take from us. And be kind, y'all. It's the holidays. Like I said, I hope you're well. I'll see you on the other side of 2017 with your heads up forecast for the entire year's major transit shifts in energy. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this one. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I'll see you for the next series, y'all. Namaste and bye, Taurus.